Oftentimes on my channel, I always talk about how black people are never allowed to protect themselves or defend themselves in America legally anyway. And by legally, I mean where there's no kind of stipulations attached to it. That stand your ground, it's hard for that to be latched onto a black person and actually be successful with it. It's like less than 1% of black people, I believe, in America that where staying your ground has actually worked for them. This story that I'm presenting to you is no different. So this man's name is Rafus Alexander, and he was a manager at he wasn't a manager, he was a store clerk at a Dollar General in a place called Monroe, Louisiana, when one day a robber came into the store in an attempt to rob the store. So what did Rafus do? He got that power tool and shot the robber. The robber ended up dying. And guess who gets held accountable for that? The person who used the power tool. They actually hit Rafus Alexander with a manslaughter charge when he was defending not only the store, but himself at the same time. Again, y'all can't tell me what this system isn't and what it is and what it is. A Monroe Dollar General store clerk has been arrested on a charge of manslaughter after shooting and killing an alleged armed robber, according to the Monroe Police Department. I'm mad they said alleged. What are they trying to say? That it was mistaken identity? Officers say that they responded to Dollar General at 711 South 8th Street on January 2nd, 2022 in reference to a shooting. I don't know if that's a typo. That has to be a typo because I don't know why they said 2022. I think they meant to say 23. Arrest records say that there was an armed robbery at the store and the store clerk shot at the suspect. The suspect was shot along with another customer. The armed robbery suspect was found outside of the store lying in the money he had allegedly taken. I know why they say allegedly because they don't know for facts, but listen, the guy had the money on him that he took. The suspect died from his injuries. The customer who had been shot was treated at a hospital for injuries and later released. The store clerk, Rafus Alexander, says he locked the store and left after the incident. Alexander went to the Monroe Police Department and gave a statement. MPD says that Alexander told them he was afraid the suspect was going to kill him when he pulled out a gun and robbed the store. Alexander allegedly told MPD that he only shot at the suspect but did not know if he hit him as the suspect continued to run. Officials say that Alexander told them this was the 6th armed robbery at the store since August. And that's the entire article right there. It feels kind of open-ended, like they didn't give any more information past that, but that's crazy. They actually accused this man of manslaughter for protecting himself and this store. Again, we live in an establishment, like I said, where black people are not allowed or given the privilege to protect themselves against individuals who are trying to do them harm. Every time it happens, it ends in a situation where the black person is almost like they're being put on trial for trying to protect themselves, or they end up dead trying to protect themselves, or any other thing. It's never seen as, oh, I'm being the hero of the situation, which I'm sure he wasn't trying to be. He was just like looking out for himself in this particular situation. It was either him or that other person, and he chose that day that he was going to survive. And that's exactly what he did. Like, he said that he didn't know whether he killed him or not, because he said when he got out of the store, he kept running. So that means he didn't die in front of the store. He probably died somewhere for like a little bit later down the street or somewhere in some alley. But hey, this is the fault of the suspect. They are the ones that decided they was going to run up in that store and rob it. And they said this was the 6th robbery attempt since August. And I'm sure that this store has gotten numerous or filed numerous complaints about this situation. And it looks like the people down there that was supposed to be doing with their job was not doing it. So he took it upon himself and got a power tool. I bet you they won't come back. Well, we know the one who robbed the store, who robbed the store this time. We know he ain't coming back for obvious reasons. But let that be a lesson to anyone else who tries to come through there. But it's still messed up that they actually charged this man with manslaughter. With manslaughter. They made it seem like he was just shooting the gun wildly and someone got hit and they died. Again, we live in an establishment where black people are not legally allowed to protect themselves. Now, let me just phrase it as this. We're going to protect ourselves no matter what. But when I say legally, I'm talking about when stuff like this happens, when you are protecting yourself by the letter of the law, but the letter of the law says, oh, there's a loophole in there, we're going to still arrest you. That goes back to my other narrative of this is why a lot of black people are well, not a lot of black people, but some, because I don't want to believe that it's a lot of black people don't go out and try to defend themselves or try to get protections for themselves, because they know it's like a damn if you do, damn if you don't, double-edged sword type of situation. You know, if I don't defend myself, they're going to get me. But if I do, then good for me, but I still might catch a charge. So it's like, what's the point? But I don't know. But for me, I'm going to fight until I can, to the death, to defend myself regardless of the outcome. And it seemed like this guy did exactly that, but he still got railroaded. Like, he should not have been charged with anything. It should have been just like, okay, we understand the situation and, we'll let you go on about your day. But, oh no, let's hit him with a manslaughter charge. Imagine that a person robbed your store. You, as the person who's defending the store and yourself, shoots the person, they take them out, and they're the ones that get charged. I bet you that person who robbed that store is probably laughing in death right now at this. It's crazy.